What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is probably one of the first times I've done two videos this early in the morning, but I couldn't resist the opportunity. As I was doing the early morning reviews, you can check that video out, I realized that this weekend has a number of series that have serious implications on the standings. So I got super pumped. I'm like, all right, let's dig a little deeper and do a little preview video for everyone out there and see what series people are most excited to watch this weekend. I narrowed the list down to 5, so if you came here wanting to see all of the games, I'm sorry. I wanted to do a little bit of in-depth on 5 games, and that's what I did. Thanks for joining. We're going to jump right into it right now. I'm coming up with this new technique here of breaking down the videos, and I got this new channel, so drum roll please. Let's do some confetti. Can we do that? It's confetti. Welcome to the first ever iHeartSports preview video. This weekend is the May long weekend here in Canada. So I know a few of you out down in the States don't have such luck as that, but yeah. First series I really got excited about, and clearly it's my team. The Toronto Blue Jays are up hosting the Tampa Bay Rays, who interleague state. This is the last series, I believe, that the Jays have in Tampa Bay. And it's going to be an interesting one. These teams are super close in the standings. This division is up in the air, and any division battle between these teams is going to be very important. The Jays are sending their bullpen kind of style to lead this series off with K. He usually goes sometimes 1 inning, sometimes 2, sometimes 4. You don't know what you're going to get, and he's up against Glass now. So this Friday night game is going to be super key to the whole series. I think whoever wins tonight is likely going to win the series. That's what I'm going to say now. Ray and Ryu taking the latter games for the Blue Jays, and we have McClanahan to be decided. So kind of like bullpen style, lesser guys for the Rays in those next 2 games. But I think that those next 2 games are going to be split. So going down into the offensive side, we got Vladdy leading the Jays, 11 home runs, 32 RBIs, and OPS over 1,000. And then for the Rays, he's not leading the team in home runs. It was Zunino leading the team, but he has 9 home runs, 26 RBIs is Austin Meadows with a .816 OPS. So this is a series I'm super excited for, so let me know what you guys think on that one. Second one, we got the New York Yankees hosting the White Sox. Now, for me, the Yankees are on a big heater, and I have the White Sox in the #1 spot in the power rankings, as you've seen for 2 weeks in a row. They're sending Rondon, Cease, and Keuchel to the mound, whereas the Yankees are sending Montgomery. They got Garrett Cole and Tyon. I don't know which way this is going to go. We got 2 teams that at the beginning of the year were expected to be the American League Championship. Like, these guys are battling, so it's going to be an interesting series for sure. Aaron Judge, 12 home runs, 25 RBIs, has OPS of .972, and then we have Jose Abreu on the other side, who missed a game or 2 along the way. We're not 100% sure he's playing today, but I think he would be. 8 home runs, 33 RBIs, .827. So quite a bit behind Judge. But yeah. Let's move on to this third series. This one is interesting because the Marlins are the only team on this list to have a sub-500 record, 20-23. However, if they sweep the Mets this weekend, they'll technically be tied with the Mets. Both teams would be 500. Mind you, the Marlins would have played 6 more games. Does that make sense? 2020, yeah, 6 more games. Crazy. But for pitching, we're not really sure with the Mets, and honestly, the Mets have a lot of question marks around them with the injuries and that. But we know Stroman's going tonight. He's going up against Holloway. Miami is sending Lopez and Poteet in the next 2 games. But we don't know for the Mets yet. Hasn't been announced. Probably bullpen related, I would think. Going into the offense here, Pete Alonso, 6 home runs, 19 RBIs, .769. That just shows you how much the Mets are struggling for offense. Yes, they're 6 games behind, so that's going to have an impact on some of the numbers, but the OPS tells the story for sure. For the Marlins, we got Jesus Aguilar, 9 home runs, 32 RBIs, .850. The Marlins are kind of in the same boat. Aguilar and Duvall seem to be carrying the load, and yeah, they have their nights where they have very poor offensive performances as well, and it's pitching. They're very similar teams, so to see the Marlins sweep here could make this division super, super interesting. They're never out of it. It brings us to the fourth series, the Chicago Cubs against the St. Louis Cardinals. Cubs just finally got back over 500, and I know I somewhat counted them out early in the season. They were really poor on offense, and their pitching was really struggling. And the Cardinals were off to a hot start, and they're still doing pretty good at 25-18, 581 win percentage. This first game tonight, Hendrix versus Martinez, is probably the most important of the series. Hendrix has had a rough number of outings this season, but he's also had good outings, so it's hard to say, whereas Martinez, for the most part, has had a lot of rough outings, and maybe one good outing that I can recall. So I think this one's going to set the tone. If the Cardinals can come out of this series winning it, I think it really sets them up for long-term trajectory of winning this division. That's really what they're looking for. Whereas the Cubs, if they can come away with a sweep or even a series win, they're definitely maintaining their name in the hunt. I got to admit, though, that I think only one team out of this division comes out for the playoffs, so they better start shaping up if they're going to be in that hunt. For the Cubs, we got Chris Bryant, 10 home runs, 26 RBIs, over 1,000 OPS, and Arenado over there, 10 home runs, 31 RBIs, and 926. He's been a big, big addition for the Cardinals. Everyone expected that, though, so no real surprise there. And that brings us to the last series I just wanted to talk about, and probably my most exciting one that I'm pumped about. Giants hosting the Dodgers, and this is where the Giants can really prove that they are better than the Dodgers. They can compete better, they can pitch better, they can hit better. And as of right now, the numbers show that, but they've not gone head-to-head yet this season. And the Giants' biggest test has been the Padres, where they've done well, but that's just one team. So I want to see them against another top opponent, and this is it. This is the test that I've been waiting for the Giants. Dodgers are sending Bauer to the mound against Wood for this Friday night game. Going to be a great game. And then we have Buehler. And then I have Ray there, but that's just because I forgot to remove him from the Jays slide because I duplicated it. It's to be decided. We don't know who the Giants are sending tomorrow. It's probably going to be one of those bullpen situations, but again, I'm not super sure. And then Giants are sending Desclafani. So lots of good pitching in this one. It's going to be interesting. Do you think they're going to be low-scoring games? Most likely in San Francisco. Lots of good pitching. Probably a lot of low-scoring games. For the offensive side, we got Brandon Crawford, 11 home runs, 29 RBIs, 899 OPS. Big shout out to Buster Posey, too, a big part of the Giants. Max Muncy on the other side, 8 home runs, 23 RBIs. Just kind of showing that this is what the Dodgers' issue has been. Definitely on that big losing streak. They couldn't get the offense going. But I think they're starting to heat up. So right at the right time, maybe they're timing this thing perfectly. Who knows? But yeah, that's the 5 series that I'm most excited to watch this weekend. Let me know, guys, below if you have a different series in mind that you're pumped to see. Why? Let me know. Like, subscribe, etc., etc. And thanks for watching. We'll see you for the next video.